The Star's Promise. In a peaceful village nestled between emerald hills and a shimmering lake, a young girl named Lila lived with her grandmother, Nan. Lila was a curious and imaginative girl with a heart full of wonder. She loved to spend her nights gazing at the stars, dreaming of the many adventures she might have beyond the village. One clear night, while lying on the soft grass with her eyes fixed on the twinkling sky, Lila noticed a particularly bright star. It seemed to sparkle more brightly than any other star in the sky. Lila felt an inexplicable connection to it, as if the star were calling out to her. She closed her eyes and made a silent wish, hoping that one day she might discover the secrets of the stars. The next morning, Lila awoke to find the village abuzz with excitement. A star had fallen from the sky, landing somewhere in the nearby forest. The villagers spoke in hushed tones, their faces filled with awe and curiosity. Lila's heart raced with excitement. She felt certain that this was the star she had seen the night before. Determined to find the fallen star, Lila packed a small bag with food, water, and her grandmother's old map of the forest. Nan, knowing her granddaughter's adventurous spirit, offered her a protective charm, a small, intricately carved wooden amulet. "This will keep you safe," Nan said with a gentle smile, placing the amulet around Lila's neck. With a sense of purpose, Lila set off into the forest. The air was cool and fresh, filled with the sounds of birds singing and leaves rustling in the gentle breeze. As she ventured deeper into the woods, the trees grew taller and the path more winding. Lila kept her eyes sharp and her heart steady, determined to find the fallen star. After hours of walking, Lila stumbled upon a hidden clearing bathed in a soft, golden light. In the center of the clearing lay the fallen star, glowing with an otherworldly radiance. It was smaller than she had imagined, about the size of an apple, and its surface shimmered with 1,000 colors. As Lila approached the star, she felt a warm, gentle energy envelop her. She reached out and touched it, feeling a connection deep within her soul. In that moment, the star began to glow even brighter, and a soft, melodic voice echoed in her mind. "Thank you for finding me," the voice said. "I am Solara, a star from the celestial realm. I was separated from my constellation and fell to your world. I need your help to return home." Lila's heart swelled with compassion and determination. "I will help you, Solara," she promised. "But I don't know how to get you back to the celestial realm." "Together, we will find a way," Solara replied. "We must seek the guidance of the forest guardians, ancient beings who possess the wisdom of the earth and sky." With Solara's light guiding her, Lila set off deeper into the forest, searching for the forest guardians. The journey was not easy, and they faced many challenges along the way. They crossed a raging river, climbed steep hills, and navigated through dense underbrush. But with each obstacle, Lila's determination grew stronger, and Solara's light shone brighter. After several days of travel, Lila and Solara arrived at an ancient grove where the forest guardians dwelled. The grove was filled with towering trees whose branches seemed to touch the sky. In the center stood 3 majestic beings, one with the body of a lion and wings of an eagle, another with the form of a wise old tree, and the third a graceful water spirit. The forest guardians welcomed Lila and Solara with kind eyes and warm smiles. Lila explained their quest, and the guardians listened intently. After a moment of contemplation, the guardian with the form of a tree spoke. To return Solara to the celestial realm, you must journey to the sacred mountain at the heart of the forest, the tree guardian said. At the summit, you will find the celestial portal, a gateway that connects your world to the heavens. But be warned, the path to the sacred mountain is fraught with trials that will test your courage, wisdom, and heart. Lila nodded resolutely. We are ready, she declared. With the guardian's blessings, Lila and Solara embarked on the final leg of their journey. The path to the sacred mountain was indeed challenging. They faced treacherous terrain, fierce storms, and encounters with wild creatures. But Lila's bond with Solara and her unwavering determination carried them through each trial. One night, as they camped at the base of the sacred mountain, Solara spoke to Lila. You have shown incredible bravery and kindness, Lila. I am grateful for your friendship and help. I believe in you, and I know we will succeed. Lila smiled, feeling a deep sense of connection with Solara. We will make it, Solara. Together, we can overcome anything. The next day, they began their ascent of the sacred mountain. The climb was steep and exhausting, but Lila pressed on, driven by the promise she had made to Solara. As they neared the summit, they encountered the final trial, a fierce guardian who protected the celestial portal. The guardian was a massive, fearsome dragon with scales that glimmered like molten lava and eyes that blazed with fiery intensity. Lila felt a wave of fear but stood her ground, clutching Nan's protective amulet for courage. Who dares approach the celestial portal? The dragon roared. Lila stepped forward, her voice steady. I am Lila, and this is Solara, a star who needs to return to the celestial realm. We seek passage through the portal. The dragon studied them for a moment, then nodded. Very well. To prove your worthiness, you must answer a riddle. If you succeed, I will grant you passage. If you fail, you must turn back. Lila nodded, ready to face the challenge. The dragon's eyes gleamed as it recited the riddle, I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? Lila thought deeply, her mind racing. She recalled the lessons Nan had taught her, the stories she had heard, and the wisdom she had gained on her journey. Then, with a spark of realization, she answered. You are an echo, she said confidently. The dragon's eyes softened, and it nodded in approval. You are correct, brave one. You have proven your wisdom and courage. You may pass. With the dragon's blessing, Lila and Solara stepped through the celestial portal. They found themselves in a realm of breathtaking beauty, filled with shimmering stars and celestial beings. Solara's light grew brighter, and she floated up to join her constellation in the night sky. Thank you, Lila, Solara's voice echoed in her mind. You have returned me home, and I will never forget your kindness. Lila felt a warm glow in her heart as she watched Solara rejoin her celestial family. A sense of fulfillment washed over her, knowing she had helped a friend in need. As she stood in the celestial realm, a gentle light surrounded her, and she felt herself being lifted. When Lila opened her eyes, she was back in her village, lying on the soft grass under the starry sky. The fallen star was gone, but she knew in her heart that Solara was safe and home. She clutched the amulet around her neck, feeling a deep connection to the stars above. Lila's adventure had changed her in many ways. She had discovered her own inner strength, courage, and the power of friendship. From that day forward, she continued to explore the wonders of the world, guided by the light of the stars and the memories of her journey with Solara. And every night, as she gazed at the twinkling sky, she remembered that even the smallest person could make a difference and that the bonds of friendship could bridge the gap between worlds. The villagers, too, were inspired by Lila's story, and they often gathered to hear her tales of adventure and wonder. Lila grew up to become a wise and compassionate leader in her village, always encouraging others to follow their dreams and to help those in need. Her grandmother, Nan, watched with pride as Lila spread kindness and courage wherever she went. The legend of Lila and the Lost Star, Solara, was passed down through generations, reminding everyone of the magic that lay within their hearts and the importance of believing in oneself. The village of Lila's birth thrived, becoming a place of hope and inspiration for all who visited. Years passed, and Lila's reputation as a storyteller and adventurer spread far and wide. She welcomed visitors from distant lands who sought her wisdom and guidance. Lila always took the time to share her experiences, emphasizing the lessons she had learned from her journey with Solara. One evening, a group of children gathered around Lila's fireside. Their eyes sparkled with curiosity and excitement as they listened to her recount the story of the fallen star. Among them was a boy named Aaron, who had a fierce determination in his gaze, much like Lila had in her youth. "Do you think I could have an adventure like yours?" Aaron asked, his voice filled with hope. Lila smiled warmly. "Of course, Aaron. Every adventure starts with a dream and a willingness to step into the unknown. Remember, the most important thing is to stay true to yourself and to help others along the way." Inspired by Lila's words, Aaron decided to embark on his own journey. He packed a small bag with essentials and set off into the forest, much like Lila had done years before. With Lila's encouragement, Aaron faced his challenges with bravery and kindness, forming friendships and discovering his own inner strength. Meanwhile, Lila continued to explore the world, always seeking new knowledge and experiences. She visited distant lands, learned about different cultures, and shared her own stories. Everywhere she went, she carried the memory of Solara and the lessons she had learned from their journey. One day, while exploring a remote mountain range, Lila came across an ancient, forgotten temple. Intrigued by its mysterious aura, she ventured inside. The temple was filled with intricate carvings and symbols, depicting stories of the stars and the celestial beings who watched over the world. As Lila explored further, she discovered a hidden chamber with a magnificent, glowing crystal at its center. The crystal radiated a familiar warmth, and Lila realized it was connected to the celestial realm. She felt a deep sense of reverence and wonder, knowing she had found a place of great significance. Lila spent several days in the temple, meditating and studying the ancient texts. She learned about the deep connection between the earth and the stars, and the role of those who sought to protect and nurture that bond. The knowledge she gained filled her with a renewed sense of purpose. Upon returning to her village, Lila shared her discoveries with the villagers. They were captivated by her tales and inspired by her dedication to preserving the harmony between their world and the stars. The village began to celebrate an annual festival in honor of the stars, a time of unity, reflection, and gratitude. As the years went by, Lila became a beloved figure not only in her village but also in the wider world. Her legacy lived on through the countless lives she touched and the stories she shared. She continued to explore, learn, and inspire others until the end of her days. On a clear, starry night, surrounded by friends and family, Lila took her final breath. Her spirit, filled with peace and fulfillment, ascended to the stars. The villagers looked up at the sky and saw a new, bright star twinkling above. They knew it was Lila, watching over them and continuing to guide them with her light. The story of Lila and Solara, the lost star, remained a cherished legend for generations to come. It reminded everyone that courage, kindness, and the bonds of friendship could transcend any obstacle and that even the smallest person could make a difference in the world. And so, under the eternal canopy of stars, Lila's story continued to shine brightly, a beacon of light guiding others on their own journeys of discovery and friendship. The villagers, filled with gratitude and inspiration, carried on her legacy, ensuring that the magic of the stars and the power of the human spirit would never be forgotten. The end.